Hey, what's up everybody? Darth Ponte here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Star Wars Black Series Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Luke Skywalker figure. To those of you who play Galaxy of Heroes, this is the Commander Luke Skywalker figure. So right off the bat, I'm really happy I got this figure. I'm having a good time with it. It's a really good figure. I've wanted this figure for a long time because I've always considered this Luke Skywalker to be the definitive Luke Skywalker. At least for me, I always preferred the blue lightsaber, and I thought this gray suit with pistol on his side was just a pretty cool look. Yeah, I guess that's how I would describe him. So yeah, let's take a look at him. His accessories are exactly what you'd want and nothing really more. He comes with the Skywalker lightsaber. I really like how this one turned out. I like the thickness of the blade. It's not too skinny. They released a few figures that had some skinnier blades, and I think that was mostly inspired by the Star Wars Rebels TV show. That show tried to go a little back in time and capture the original lightsaber. They got wider with the prequels, and I'm happy with this width. So if you look at the handle here, it's got some great detail. It's really nice and shiny. That silver paint job is just really nice. Got those bits of black around the handle, that nice little gold bit for the power button, and I like that red button there as well. Yeah, it turned out really nice. And this belt loop here, the hook there, it's not really authentic to the lightsaber itself. I mean, it is, but it didn't stick out like that normally. But I like how they did it, because it fits onto the belt very nicely. See, it just sits right on it like that. Can pose it around like that, and then it just kind of swings around nicely. I'm really happy how they did this, because one of my complaints with the Darth Vader Black Series figure that they released was that the loop there on the lightsaber, on Vader's lightsaber, is a little too small. It only just gets on the hook, and it kind of just sits like that. You can't really move it on better. The hook as well, the plastic on Darth Vader's hook there, is really soft, so you can't really force it much. It just kind of squishes whichever way you try and get the lightsaber on. So it's not very useful, and the Darth Vader figure is not very good for posing like that, but thankfully Luke is really good for posing like that. Kind of just have him reaching for his lightsaber there. He also comes with his pistol, his blaster here, which fits nicely into his holster there. It has a little strap here to lock it in. It works there. You can see the little buttonhole there. Similar to the Han Solo figure, the original one, and I guess as well the Empire Strikes Back version as well, which I did not get because I was only really interested in getting the New Hope version. But yeah, I like Luke Skywalker's blaster here. It's nice. It's a little smaller than Han Solo's one. They didn't just give him the same blaster, which I appreciate. If they had different blasters in the movie, they should have different blasters as figures. So yeah, it's a nice little blaster here. The brown on the handle turned out really nice. I think the black on the body is nice as well. And that silver around the muzzle is really good. There's you can see all those little details there. I wouldn't have been surprised if there were some blemishes or some misses, but no, it turned out really good. One thing I noticed is, you got a big 4 there. I'm not sure why they put those there, if it's just identifying features or like how they sort at the factory, but if they could, I don't know, maybe put it like underneath or something, someplace not so visible, I think would, I don't know, maybe be nice for pictures. But yeah, so those are his accessories. His articulation is really nice. It's fresh, actually. It's different from a lot of other figures in some ways. So let's take a look at his head here. He's got some good neck swivel. His head goes back that far. Not too far, you know, enough that he could look up at Darth Vader when he faces him and look down a little. He doesn't look down too much. He actually kind of, the way his eyes look, he looks like he's still looking forward just with his head tilted. His eyes there actually kind of look like they're facing upward just with the way his eyes are painted. His shoulders go to level. They spin around nice. He has single jointed elbows, but the cut is a little diagonal on his arm, so he gets just a little better than 90 degrees. Double jointed would have been better, but this is pretty good for a single joint. I'd say that's as good as you can get for a single joint. I like his wrists. They hinge like that on the side, not the other way around, which I think for a lot of reasons could be considered to be a better joint. I'm a really big fan of this kind of pose with a lightsaber, kind of an on guard sort of thing, which I think it's a cool pose. So I'm happy when they get this kind of joint. I would appreciate if they had one of each, to be honest, like one hand that goes like this and the other hand could go the other way, but it's a good joint. I'm happy with that. He doesn't have ab crunch necessarily, but he does have diaphragm swivel, and he's got some decent range of motion. The one thing about diaphragm swivel that I do appreciate is that you can get some side to side, which ab crunch you can never get. And with the diaphragm swivel, he also can go around like that, so he doesn't need waist swivel. His legs are pretty good. They can kick forward that much. They kick forward behind just a little. This is as far as he can do the splits, but as I've shown in other videos, because of the thigh rotation, you can usually just get it up a little like that, and that does the trick. He's got some good double jointed knees, kick his butt real nice, and he's got nice ankles. They're not too stiff. I notice a lot of Black Series have been getting some stiff ankles that worry me a lot, but these are very nice and fluid, and he's got some really nice and smooth ankle pivot as well. So that's articulation. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, let's take a look at his paint job now. I think he turned out really well. I've seen pictures of his original release, and this photo reel is looking a lot better. Yeah, what they're doing at Hasbro is looking really good. Some figures I've seen with the photo reel, their eyes get almost speckly in detail, but if you can see here, his thankfully don't do that too much, unless you really shine a bright light on him. There, like this, his left eye looks a little sparkly, but his other eye doesn't, so it's pretty good there. I think this is a pretty good job at looking like Mark Hamill. Pretty happy with that, his little chin dimple. I think his hair is really good. It's got some nice depth and color, and his suit, I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. It looks nice and worn, nice gray with a little flex there to add some depth to it. The black of his belt is really nice. I like the silver paint apps there, really nice. You can see more down here. And I like the different color gray. It's kind of a blue-gray for his boots there. The detail on that is really nice. I don't know what kind of boots these would be. They look kind of almost like tall moccasins, but yeah, I think they turned out great. So yeah, overall, very happy with this figure. I've had a lot of fun taking pictures with them. You can see them on my Instagram page at Darth Ponty. And yeah, for a rating, I would give this guy a solid 10 out of 10. I am very happy with how he turned out. For a price review, I got him at Walmart for $30 Canadian. I think you can still get him for that online. He's been out for a couple weeks now, though, so he might be hard to track down in store. But But yeah, you can probably still order him online, and he's new enough that he shouldn't have gone up in price too much. So yeah, if you can find him for a good price, I would recommend getting him. He's a very good buy. And yeah, that's all I got to say about this figure. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if there's another figure you'd like me to review. Thanks.